Hi guys, Lindsay Biggers here with Max Web Consulting Inc. And we just did a video, or I just recorded a video about importing your products from the digital download shop that I have. If you've done that, thank you so much. If you haven't and you would like to, I will try to place a link down below. And now that we have everything imported, we know that all of our products are there. We are going to we're going to add our products to their collections, and we're going to actually set up what's known as an auto filter. So anytime you add any new products, like for example, this is Dixie Belle products. If the Dixie Belle Paint Company comes out with more products later on down the line, you can have them auto filter into collections based on whatever criteria you set. So in order to really fully explain how this works, we're going to go in here to one of our products. This is the back end of your Shopify store. What we're seeing here is the product editor. So you can see the title, product description, any images, product status. All of the products should already be active. Sales channels, this store is just a development store, so it doesn't have any other sales channels, but if you are also selling on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, you can choose each individual product to be available or not available by sales channel. So we'll get into that in another video a little bit later on, but just know that that's where that is. We'll come back to it. Your product type and your vendor, you can go ahead and put them in collections when you add them now. And this will actually tell you, I've already set up some auto filters, and it's telling you this already auto filters into Dixie Belle Chalk Mineral Paint and Purple Paint because I've set up those auto filters, and they're based off of these tags and the product type and the vendor. So this is the main area where you're going to be seeing the collections or the data that you're using to edit the collections. So then what we're going to do is we're going to move over into the collections tab here on the left-hand menu under products. And you can see the ones that I've already set up. So I'm just going to really quick kind of go through what I usually do for these. And this will work. This particular video will be it'll be pretty much applicable to most of the paint product listings that I've got. So Dixie Belle Paint, Fusion Paint, those product listings, you can pretty much set up your collections and your menu navigations, which will be the next video after this one. You'll be able to set those up pretty much the same way. But of course, if you do a little bit of thinking outside the box, you can probably kind of deduce anything else that you have. So if you buy any of my other product listings, candles, paintbrush collections, I think I've got some stencils, any of those, you can see pretty easily how to set up your collection. So we'll go into Dixie Belle Chalk Mineral Paint because we're looking at the Dixie Belle product listings for right now. You can set a collection image, which is like the main image. If somebody clicks just all of Dixie Belle Chalk Mineral Paint, they'll be able to see that image. Right now I don't have one set, but you can set that. Then if you want a description of the collection, you can write it here. And this is where you're setting up your auto filter. So you're setting it up based on your conditions. So we looked in the product editor just a couple of minutes ago, and we were kind of looking at the vendor, the product type, and any product tags. And these will help us set up our auto filter. So products in this case have to match all conditions. I only have one condition on this one. Product type must be equal to Dixie Belle Paint. So anything under my product listings that says Dixie Belle Paint, it's going to fall under here. And pretty much all of it is just literally the paint colors. And then this Dixie Belle Paint gift bag because it includes paint. And I mean, that's pretty much it. And you can see if I show more products down here, you can see that they just go down and down. And I mean, they go on forever. Dixie Belle has a bazillion colors. Same thing with these other ones. You can see the conditions. So in top coats, the product tag is equal to top coats, or the product type is equal to top coats. In tools, the product tag is equal to tools. And just all of these. And then what I do is because Dixie Belle Paint has so many colors, and most of my paint listings for the different distributors of paint, they all have just a wide variety of colors. What I do is I further break that up. So I have a main collection for XYZ product paint, in this case Dixie Belle Paint, and then I do a sub collection, which is literally right here. This is just going to be another collection. You're not gonna find any buttons that say sub collection. You're just going to see collection, and you set it up as a regular collection. And I further subdivide into colors, because for the end user, aka your customer, colors are going to be the easiest way for them to navigate. So they may not know the names of all of the different paints, like Haint Blue and Barn Red and stuff. They're not going to have all of that, but they can very easily know, I want a red paint, I want a white paint, or however. So I usually subdivide by color. So you set up separate collections for each color category. In this case, you can see all these, orange, purple, brown, green, gray. I try to, when I put them in the menu navigation, I try to put them in alphabetical order most of the time. But really, it doesn't matter. People will find what they need. And the other thing that helps, beyond just setting up your collections and your menu navigation, when you add good product descriptions, good tags, descriptive product types and stuff, it helps the customer that will be using the front end of your website way more easily find things, and it helps if they type in a search query. So, one thing I can tell you that I do a little differently than some other product listings is, if we go back into the main collections. So it's already here. We go back into the main products. I'm sorry. You could see, by the way, in those previous sections where I was talking about colors, the color categories are basically, the product type is Dixie Belle Paint, and the tag is based on color. So you make sure you tag by color. If you bought my product listings, that's already done for you, no problem. So one thing I did, I think, with most of these product listings is there are some common kind of misspellings. So if you go to Big Mama's Butter on here, you're going to find some different spellings of mama. You're going to find some different spellings of butter. So I tagged it Big Mama with an O, Mama's Butter, ER. That way, if a customer searches for Big Mama's Butter spelled that way, they'll find it. I tried to handle common misspellings as much as possible. If I missed something, I'm really sorry, but you can super easily add it in, or even message me, and I can help you get it fixed on yours, and I'll make sure to fix it for any future iterations, because I know Dixie Belle does almost monthly product updates, so I can fix it for any future digital downloads. So that's that on common misspellings. We'll go back into collections, and basically we're setting up our collections, because the next step to getting it on the front end of your website is going to be adding it to the menu navigation. So once you have all your collections set, this will be something that you have to do yourself. You can't import the collection setup. So I've set everything up. If you bought the product listing from me, I've set up everything to make setting up your collections really easy. But it's not something I can do done for you, or obviously I would have. Mostly just the paint colors, and then top coats, tools, accent products. I'm not sure if I left Patina Paint its own category in the menu navigation, or if I just added it to accent products. So that's basically that. This is all for the Dixie Belle listing. But again, if you purchase one of the other listings, you can pretty easily see what you're going to need to set up. Just keep an eye on the product type and the product tags, and that'll really guide you in creating your collections. And you can create as many collections as you want, and then if you don't use all of them, no big deal. So I usually try to create collections for just about every product type, and definitely every product type and almost every tag. Obviously for Big Mama's Butter, in that instance, the misspelling doesn't need its own collection, but the other ones, yeah. So then we'll go into online store, and I'll hop out of this video and jump into another one so that this is kind of pieced up, so you only are kind of seeing the videos for the exact thing that you need to be doing. So we're going to move on to step 3, which is moving it into our menu navigation. We've imported the products at this point, and we have set up our collections using those auto filters that we talked about. So now that we've done that, step 3 is getting it into our menu navigation so that our customers can actually see. So we'll go ahead and do that in the next step, and I'll see you guys there in just a second. Thanks for watching.